Hello, I'm Jamie, and today I'm going to try to make a little song in Ableton Live. My focus for today is going to be to make a nice beat, something that loops well. I don't have a lot of experience with percussion, so this should be a good challenge. I want to see if I can come up with a file that I'll be able to use later on to test out a MIDI controller. I don't have access to a MIDI controller today, but if I can come up with something I can use later for that, that'll be good. I'm going to put a drum rack in here. Ooh, I really like this one. Okay, this looks like something I'll be able to use later on once I have access to a MIDI controller. But as it is, I just want to be able to use my regular computer keyboard. I want to be able to push keys on here and have stuff happen. So, okay, so I like this bassy noise. That's a good thud noise. I don't like these noises. Okay, I'm gonna add some kind of atmospheric, like ambient tones, I think. Okay, so that was pretty fun. Sorry I didn't do a whole lot of talking or explaining. I actually got pretty engrossed in fiddling with things, so that's a good sign. I'll probably do more videos like this in future where I just sort of experiment and see what I can come up with. One thing I wasn't expecting is that like I made a complicated version of my little drum loop and it sounded fine to me, and then I added instruments and I added my little bass line, and then I felt like the drums didn't match the bass line anyway, so then I ended up changing the drum part to match the bass line. So that's a good thing to keep in mind, is that, you know, nothing's set in stone. You can always change things later on as you develop it more. What I did with my bass line is I made it super duper simple, and like I made a different little clip for each note, but I didn't really think it through. I didn't like have a plan for it, but I figure when I make an arrangement for it, I can just switch between the different bass notes, so that should make it easier to make the bass line do what I want it to on the fly, I think. Anyway, that's it for today. I think I'm gonna stop saying I'll see you next week with another weekly video, because it seems like as soon as I started saying that, I suddenly got a lot less consistent with like putting up a video every week. But I did do a really good job of putting up a video every single week for like more than 6 months. So I'm really proud of that. But I'm going to stop promising that they're going to be weekly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you later. I hope you have a really great day. Bye.